Welcome back to another episode of Watch Me Mix. It's time to add some neat, fun, cool effects to these vocals. I did a little bit of off-camera stuff because I wanted to make sure I got right into the reverb and delay that I promised. Let me show you what I did, and then we'll get into the reverb and delay. I've got this secondary track right here of the lead vocal. Here's the lead vocal. I've duplicated it, and then I've done this on the duplicate. So let me walk you through it. It's a nice little trick to help keep that vocal nice and on top. Here's the duplicate of the vocal, nothing we haven't heard before.
Up on my feet, oh, I can taste the blood.
So first thing, hyper aggressive EQ, cutting out all the low end, boosting high end. So now it's going to sound like this. Get that telephone sound. Feeds into this compressor right here. Whoa, that's big. That's the compressor. So very aggressive ratio, a gentle threshold, so I'm only getting a few dB ultimately. Super fast release, as fast as it can go, because once the compressor hits, I want it to cut right back off. And then that's feeding into the F6 here, which is only doing stuff on the this channel here, or this frequency band here, which is right under, just under 8K. This is essentially working as a de-esser. So watch what it's doing. Whenever there's a S sound, it reduces. Okay, so it's essentially working like a de-esser. I tried just dumping a de-esser on it, but I didn't love what it was doing. You know, most of the signal is all this high-end stuff anyway, so a de-esser was not a narrow enough frequency band to catch it. So I'm just using the F6 like a de-esser. And then finally, this was the part I really liked. I'm feeding it in a chroma glow to give it some saturation. And I'm using the bright preset, and I turned up the drive a fair amount. And let's take a listen to that.
I miss you so badly.
Here it is without.
I don't know if I'm even thinking straight.
And with.
I'm feeling numb.
Okay, so I love that, and I have this set right now to -10. I'm going to pull it all the way back, and then we're going to listen to the vocal as it exists now, and you're going to feel like it sounds very dull after listening to what we've just done, but this is how I had it.
Taste the blood.
Watch what happens as I mix this in.
My lips, it's nothing but the sweet and truthful faith in a love I know.
Of course, I got to solo it. So listen to what happens as I mix it in. And in fact, you know what? Let's listen to the whole band. I'm going to be gently turning this track up. So watch here and listen with your ears to how much the clarity of the vocal comes out.
Taste the blood on my lips. It's nothing but the sweet and truthful faith in a love. I know that you can save me. I know that you can find me when I'm lost.
So you can hear that clarity come out. Take a listen to this sort of verse 2 part with and without the extra track.
I miss you so badly. I don't know if I'm even thinking straight. I'm feeling numb.
Here it is with it.
Oh, I miss you so badly.
Without.
I don't know if I'm even thinking straight.
And with again.
I'm feeling numb.
So that's a great little trick for getting some extra clarity on the vocal. All right, so next up, let's get into some reverbs and delays. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put a 128 millisecond tape slap delay on this vocal. Again, it may not be final, but I like the way it sounds, and so I always like to start with something like that. Let me show you here. I just put it onto bus 10, and I have, there it is. I'm using the tape delay plugin, set to 128 milliseconds. That's it. I don't think I changed anything else. I might have messed with the feedback a little bit. 100% wet. And let's add some of that in. I'm going to try to listen to the whole mix as I do this. I'm going to listen to a cleaner part so we don't have all these extra vocals.
Far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen, and honestly, I lost count long ago.
That's really all I want, just a touch, just a little touch. And now let's look at some reverb options. Okay, so the reverb that I've settled on, I'm using the Abbey Road plugin here, and it's the warm vocal preset. I did a little bit of slight tweaking, but nothing crazy. So it's just the warm vocal preset from the Abbey Road plugin, and I'm sending, I don't know, about 18 or minus 18 or so. So here, take a listen.
Far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen.
So I'm going to crank the reverb so you can hear what it sounds like, in terms of the character of it.
Far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen. And honestly, I lost count long ago.
Okay, so that's a really, really gentle slap and reverb, just gives some space to the vocal. Now, another thing I might want to do is like an echo. And so I have a preset set up for that. So let me show you that. So the delay that I'm putting on here now is going to be it's going to be I have it set to my eighths preset, but I actually changed it to a quarter note. And then take a listen to what that's doing. I'm going to crank it so you can hear it.
Far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen. And honestly,
And this I can mix in just a little bit. So I'm gonna try one thing here. Instead of quarter, what if I set it to half note and we would only get like that second delay?
far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen.
Yeah, don't love that either. What if we set it to, let's see here. Okay, so let me show you the delay that I've settled on after messing with it a bunch. I'm just still using the tape delay plugin. I'm still using quarter note. I went to the quarter note flutter preset on the tape delay plugin, which allows me some low cut and high cut, and also some flutter, which is almost like vibrato. I turned the wet up to 100% because I'm controlling my wet or dry based on my send here. And so, yeah, this is the preset I'm using. The only thing I changed is I think I turned the wet up, and I think that might be the only thing I changed. I might have messed with the feedback, not sure. But yeah, here it is. I'll show you solo
Gone home, I don't know how many times I've fallen.
with the mix.
And honestly, I lost count long ago. But you've always been the to pull me back up on my feet. Oh, I can taste the blood on my.
Okay, so that just gives a little bit of echo in there. It's very subtle, just some space. I'm going to try one other thing and see if it works. Yeah, so we're going to see if this works with the mix, but let me show you this. This is a really fun little trick for using delays and echoes, and it helps you to avoid automation sometimes. So essentially what I've got here is I've got this delay we've been working with, the quarter note delay. And then what I did is I put a compressor on after that. I'm using the classic VCA compressor, and I'm sidechaining that to the lead vocal. So that means that this compressor is being controlled by the signal of the lead vocal. But remember, the compressor is on the delay, meaning that the delay goes through this compressor before it comes out to our ears. So that means that the delay itself is being compressed by a function of the lead vocal. So what that really means is that the vocal, the delay signal is turned down when the lead vocal is singing. And another way of saying that is when the lead vocal is not singing, meaning in these spaces here, the delay is turned up. So you will hear more delay in the spaces where there's no vocal. Listen to it solo, and this is an extreme. I'm going to listen to it with a mix and dial it back, but listen to it solo.
I don't know what I would do with myself if you were gone. Far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen. And
So notice how the delay is louder in the space. You can still hear it during the regular vocal, but it's louder in the space. Let's listen to it with the mix. I haven't done this yet. Might be a disaster, but let's take a listen.
far away from home, I don't know how many times I've fallen. And honestly, I lost count long ago.
Okay, I like this for now. I'm going to turn it way down, but I like this. And for now, I'm going to add in some high frequency. Now that we're cutting those out with the compressor, we can add a little bit of that back in. I don't want it to sound like a muffled delay.
If you were gone, Far away from home.
And then I'll bring it down right here.
I don't know how many times I've fallen, and honestly, I lost count long ago. But you've always been the to pull me back up on my feet. Oh, I can taste the blood on my lips. It's nothing but the sweet and truthful faith in love.
Cool. So I'm happy with this lead vocal sound for right now. It's a very subtle, very subtle delay in reverb. I'm going to add a little bit of reverb to all the backing stuff, and then we will probably end the episode, and we'll continue adding reverb in the future episodes. So first, let's take, and by the way, the double take, I did not add any reverb or delay to. That's going to stay clean. I haven't added anything to this yet, but let me grab this backing group A here.
But you've always been the to pull me back up on my feet. Oh, I can taste the blood.
So I'm just going to add a little bit of verb. I'm not going to add delay to any of the backing stuff.
But you've always been the to pull me back up on my feet. Oh, I can taste the blood on my lips. Is nothing
Now this group,
but the sweet and truthful faith in our love. I know that you can save me. I know. Taste the blood on my lips. It's nothing but the sweet and truthful faith in our love. I know that you can save me. I know that you can find me when I'm lost. When I'm lost, I miss you so badly. My skin is nothing but the sweet.
now let's add it to the O's.
I know I've let you down before, and that I've hurt you bad. I know that's all, you will not cut it, but I can swear I'll try to tear the world apart if that's the way to find.
Cool. So the O's can take a lot of reverb. What I'm going to do real quick is just make sure I'm getting all the high end of the O's. Really want lots of sparkly. And I might put the chroma verb on these too. Yeah, so let's put chroma verb on these guys. Chroma glow, excuse me, chroma glow. And we'll use the bright preset. Beautiful.
I know I've let you down before, and that I've hurt you bad. I know that's all, you will not cut it, but I can swear I'll try to tear the world apart if that's the way to find you, and a place for us to fall back down, a place for us to fall asleep in sound. I'll take the world apart without a change of heart.
Probably got to turn up this section a little bit, but I'm going to end the episode here. This is really nice. We've really brightened up these vocals, added a little bit of verb, and they're in a good spot. And hopefully you can hear, what I can hear is that we got to brighten up the band a little bit too. We're really getting there and really cleaning this up. This is, I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel here. So we're doing good. Probably a couple more episodes. We're almost there, and hope to see you on the next one.